Let me show you my countryside through these old headlights. We can take this road as far as you want to go.
Hello everyone and welcome back to Lisky Farm. Man, do we have some work to do today. As usual, I need to go and sort out the vegetables, the dairy products, and I am also dragging a barrel after or behind the van cause I am afraid that the sheep are gonna need some re-watering. I really need to find a way to make this more automated, or at least have a big tanker of water here that I can hook up and simply put water into the trough. I don't know, gotta find a solution for that. But I also need to ted the hay. Well, it's technically still grass, so I need to ted the grass. I need to row it up, I need to bale it, so we have enough hay for the season. I have also been checking the nitrogen amounts, or the nitrogen content of our water. Excuse me, not water. What am I saying? The nitrogen content of our fields, and it's not looking good. It's actually looking really bad. I was checking them yesterday evening, and the solution would be to have someone... Oh, I can leave this here. Yeah, the solution would be to spray the fields with a bit of nitrogen. Nothing too much, but I need to add something because the levels are horrendously low, which will not float. Okay, let me see. I'm not sure if I can, but I'm gonna try to get this and eggs in. It should fit, but you know how these vans are. You gotta be a pro to get everything in sometimes. And that I'm gonna leave here so it can fill up. Yeah, getting this in this way. Alright, I'll put this in the cab. And we'll see each other at the spinnery. Okay, and 1,954 for the wool and additional 130 for the eco-friendly production. So in order to spray our fields, I need to get a sprayer. I don't have that. I might even lease one, I'm not sure. And I need to put some row crop tires on my tractor, which means that I'm gonna have another expense. But the expense is not bothering me as much as the time that is going to be spent hauling tractor here to the vehicle shop to get the row crop tires mounted and get everything ready. And I'll also probably gonna have to get the spraying liquid, so the nitrogen, the fertilizer liquid. I'm probably gonna have to find a way to move that back to my place, so yeah. All sorts of problems, but I really don't want to leave my crop unattended, even though I did say that I want to go full bio or full organic. Of course it's bio if it's growing in nature, but yeah, I did want to go full organic, but it seems like the yield is gonna be less than ideal. So if I can find some sort of fertilizer that's as natural as it can be, no, nothing fancy, nothing really out of the ordinary, just a regular old nitrogen spray, that would be a grand thing. And while I'm here, I'm gonna go and have a few words with service people here and ask them if they... Hello, doggy. You wanna get some pets? You wanna get some pets? Where are you running? Aw. That was just like cats, you know. When you say ps, 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 and the cat starts running, you kneel down so you're as inviting as you can be. And in the last second, the cat turns away and nonchalantly walks off like, screw you, guy. Ah, cat. Yeah, so where was I? I need to get the tires. I need to get the fertilizer as natural as possible. And I need to get a sprayer of some sort. There's bound to be something, maybe even a bit older. I'm not that fussed about new equipment. But there's bound to be something I can get and use. Perfect. Yeah. So there's a lot of work waiting for me today. And I really do want to do everything if possible. Because right now it's very sunny. There has been a shower yesterday or between the episodes. And it dampened the grass a bit, so I definitely need to turn it over. And because it's so sunny at the moment, I believe it's gonna be a perfect drying opportunity. Right, just go say a few words here. Right, so they said that they do have a set of narrow tires for that would fit my tractor. It's gonna be the Fendt one. I was toying with the idea that I would put narrow tires on my New Holland tractor, but then I reconsidered because that tractor doesn't have a cab. And since you're spraying stuff, it's always better to be in cab, just a bit more protected, you know, from breathing it in. In any case, let me unload all this here at the pub and we'll tag back in. And another 1,157 pounds. So we are currently at 14,999 pounds. Huh? Man, that sounds like an awesome number. In any case, the tires are gonna cost me 1,000 pounds. A nice even number. And I suppose I should call the vehicle shop while I'm on my way home and check if they have some sprayers. So I'm gonna take care of that, and I'll probably tag back in when I'm on the farm. So they actually do have something. I think it's around 5,000 or 3,000 sprayer, I mean. But first, before I do anything else, let me put some milk from the cow pen to the dairy. Sounds like a grand idea. Since we now finally have some decent milk production, it would be a shame not to actually use it, you know. And in the meantime, the tractor can warm up nicely, and then I'll take that tether over there and go into the field. Alright, so that's one full trailer. Okay, let's empty it out. And when I have the oat ready for oat drink or oat milk, whatever you want to call it, I'm also gonna have to provide some water to that dairy. So it's gonna have all the proper materials it needs. And we'll see. Okay, so just a little bit more for the dairy, a little bit more milk, nothing much. But I'm so happy that we finally have something producing out of here, right? It's been a long time since we had cows, and we mostly just fed them. Maybe sold a cow or a bull here and there, but yeah, there was not really much profit out of them. But now things have started to turn. After I'm done with tedding, I'm gonna leave the grass to dry. And in the meantime, I'm gonna go fetch new tires for this this beauty. And I'm gonna go get that sprayer I've been talking about. And after that, I'll go through this field and through the new field over there. Spray them with nitrogen fertilizer, and yeah, after that I should probably make windrows and bale the grass. Man, there's so much to do in so little time. You know, sometimes when you have a farm, there's nothing to do for a very, very long time. Most of the winter you don't really have much. You can take care of the machines, you can take care of the fields, plow them up, maybe seed something. Nice. Okay, very, very well. Yeah, and then comes a time, usually early summer, when there's just so much to do. Especially if you have cattle. But if you're a grain farmer, you possibly don't have that much to do. I've been watching some people online, and there was a comparison, like a joke, when dairy farmers, or basically any animal farmers, they are needed all the time. They can't take vacations. They are, well, bound to what they're doing. But on the other hand, you have grain farmers that specifically only do wheat, for example. And yeah, in between the planting, fertilizing and harvesting, they don't really have much to do. But they have quite a lot of free time. I guess this doesn't really... That's not true for everyone, for every grain farmer, but you know, I kind of believe the stories those people told. Because I'm thinking myself, if I didn't have animals, I'd probably have not much to do. But I have to make sure that I have enough feed for the winter, that I have enough straw for the winter, that I have, you know, enough silage to make TMR, and then I need to make sure that the animals are fed daily. So yeah, it's a lot of work to do. A lot of mouth depends on me. Anyway, I'm rambling. Let's go to a time lapse, because otherwise this episode's gonna last well, 2 episodes. Okay, so this is all done. I'm gonna let it dry for a while, for a few hours, and in the meantime we're gonna go take care of the nitrogen, of the fertilizing stuff. I hope I'm doing the right thing, you know, as I really said that I want to have everything completely organic. And I hope I can actually find something that fits the narrative. And I will be honest, I'm not looking forward to windrowing that field with the regular, with our small windrower. I'm definitely not. Okay, let me think about it. Do I need anything else? No, I don't think so. Go. Put some beacons on and away we go. Okay, the tractor is here, ready for the tire change yet again. I'm gonna get the remaining tires, or the current tires, delivered back to my farm, and I'm gonna be able to change them myself next time. So let's go inside and let's have a talk about that sprayer. I actually got one even cheaper, the sprayer that is. So this one was 3,500. It has only 8 meter working width, but I think it would be perfect for my farm. Right. I'm gonna come here later on to get the fertilizer, and I'm gonna go and collect the tractor now. It should be ready by now. Yeah. So 1,000 pounds later, look at that, we have our row crop tires. And I hate the look. I hate it thoroughly. Yeah, I really don't like the narrow tire look. I like the tires to be fat and wide and bulky. Oh man. But if I gotta have them, I gotta have them. Otherwise I would be just crushing crop, and that's just not something I'm willing to do. Okay, so let me hook this up. Yeah, this is a very basic setup. Good. Well, I'm gonna return back home. I'm gonna take the car out, put the trailer on, and I'm gonna go get a fertilizer bag or stuff. Canister, I think. And I've been talking with the shop owner, and he said that there is some highly efficient and biodegradable or biologically good sort of liquid fertilizer, so I'm gonna buy that. I have ordered it, he's gonna procure one, and when I return back with my car, it should already be waiting for me. Okay. Oh no, I left the beacon running and it's off now. Good. So I have to say that this sprayer looks kind of small on this tractor. But it's fine. At least we have one. We hadn't had one, well, basically ever. Okay, so now for the second part, I need to get something to spray on the field. And I think the best way to collect it is gonna be with this trailer. Yes, I'm close enough. Perfect. I usually have to back up a few times before I get it perfect. Good, so we have 2 pallets. They are 310 pounds each, and they contain 500 liters of stuff in them. So it's Bio3G company, isotonic B fertilizer. I have pulled up the word from Pierre-Gilles Gérard, that's the CEO of Bio3G. And he says, for 25 years, Bio3G has been designing, developing, and marketing innovative, natural, and environmentally friendly solutions. Their advantage, natural biostimulation. And now the important part that's very important to me also. Rather than infusing the soil and plants with chemical inputs, we propose to stimulate soil life and thus contribute to the optimal development of plants. The interaction of our ranges contributes to increasing the profitability of our customers' business in agriculture and landscaping. Bio3G is a company, a market, a project, its customer, people, and solutions. So it's an interesting idea. Let me say it like that. Yeah, I should get 2 pallets on. And let me clarify why I believe that's a very interesting idea. Because we are used to put fertilizer, so raise nitrogen levels in the ground and stuff like that. And this one takes exactly different approach. It doesn't add chemical solutions to the ground, but it helps the natural biodiversity of the soil to flourish. And since... yeah, okay. For a second it looked like I'm not gonna be able to fit the pallet on. Okay, let's push it in. Yeah, and you know, healthy, rich soil with different living things in it. How could I say that? Bacteria, moss, I don't know, different plants. All that contributes to the soil's health, and this Bio3G is exactly the fertilizer that does that. It helps the soil to be the best soil it can be, and the crop growth is actually a... let me just push everything on a little bit more. Good. Yeah, and if you have a good soil, you have good crop. You know, if you have healthy soil, you have good crop, and the soil has a big regeneration capability, as far as I've been taught. So I think this is perfect. You know, I can maintain my organic farm, and I can also provide fertilizer to my crops so they grow as abundant as they possibly can. Now that's a very important thing to me, and I think it's also a very important thing for the customers. Alright, so let me reverse this towards the tractor so I can easily fill it up and keep filling if I need it. I'm not exactly sure how much I'll use on the field. Should be close enough. So let's see. Okay, let me make sure that I fill this up. I'm gonna put the camera down for this operation, and I'll tag back in a jiffy. Right, the fertilizer spreader or the sprayer is filled. So let me lift it up and let's move out of the way. and open it up. Now I really don't want to go too fast, so I'm gonna put my speed way down to 10 kilometers an hour. The working width is not too bad, and it's also not too big, so I think this is gonna work perfectly here on these small fields. Okay, let's turn the PTO on and let's go. Yeah, I think this is working nicely. I do wanna... Can't really, right? I can't change the height of the sprayer arm. It's an old one. It's fine. But yeah. And it looks like the hay is drying nicely. It's a very warm, sunny day. I should do this in a time lapse, shouldn't I? Yeah. Okay, I want to make sure I don't go over the hay. Better steer a bit more in. Yeah. I don't know how a bio this everything is. If I feed it to my cows, I might have some problems, or sheep on that matter. So I gotta keep it in so I don't contaminate my grassland. Just can't really see that gauge. That's just the pressure, yeah. I was wondering if there is any level gauges. But it doesn't seem like there is. Okay, beautiful, and I think I made a full circle. So the next one, I'm just winging it. I have no clue where I've been already, and where I haven't. Let's just say something like this. Feels okay. Right, so that's this field practically done. This didn't take long. 8 meter working width is quite a lot, it seems. In any case, I'm gonna refill the sprayer. That should more or less consume the pallet, the first pallet, and I'm gonna have the next one for next time. Used up the rest of the pallet, and away we go. I'm gonna do the same on the other field, and then I'll return home, unpack everything, and oh look, we have another pallet of butter ready. Good. Yeah, and then I'll switch to windrower. Yeah, this is gonna be a long day. On the other hand, my timing is quite okay, so yeah, nothing to fret about. Good. So this field didn't require as much of that material to have it at perfect. So yeah, I am now returning back to the farm. I am thinking of... Nah, I'll empty it out. I was thinking of leaving the fertilizer in the barrel, but that's usually not a good idea because it can rust or oxidize and then you have many problems. I don't want to destroy the sprayer, even though it's not new, you know. It's probably half destroyed already. But for all the intents and purposes that I need it for, it works perfectly. Look at that, we have even more dairy products. What is that? Oh, we have cheese! Look at that. People, we have cheese. Awesome, beautiful, I'm so happy with... Oh, look at that. Looks amazing. And there are also different kinds of cheese. Some are those with that fine mold, blue mold. Oh man, awesome. At last we're gonna be able to use our vending machine to its intended purpose. Awesome. I'm really happy with this. Okay, let me empty this out. Good. And where do I want to have it? Have it in there. I use it so rarely. Right. Okay, beacons off. Now the joy of putting stuff in their place. So I'm thinking of using this Massey Ferguson. It already has those pallet forks on. This. And I'm gonna put the fertilizer in here. So let's take care of that one first, because that one is completely full and I always want to use the not completely full one first. It's the same as the convenience stores make, you know. They they put the stuff that's closer to expiration date more forward on the shelves rather than they put the new stuff on the back of the shelves. So that's kind of the idea behind this. So what's the problem? Don't I fit in there? Okay, then I'll do it this way. Spike the pallet and put it in. No? You don't wanna work? It's some sketchy stuff, dude. Wow, that should work. I put it a bit lower down. Here, this some sketchy stuff, do that. Come on. Oh, did I actually get it? No. So for some reason, this doesn't want to go. Doesn't want to work. what seems to be the problem, officer. I'm not touching the trailer. Or am I? No, not touching the trailer. This should go in easily. To I maybe pull it back. So to the end of the trailer, and it feels like I'm gonna make a mess out of something. Come on. Yeah. Don't do this at home, people. Not worth it. Okay, so let me set this up so I'm aligned nicely. See what I'm doing. Yeah, I have to lift them up a bit. So hard to see over this. Alright. And there we have it. So for some reason this was way tougher than it should have been. But in the end, I managed. Get in here, I think the best way to go about it is to open the doors on the other side and then reverse in and drop it off right there. Oh yeah, the time I have taken to record all this, it's probably much too long to do the windrowing and baling and collecting the bales in this episode, so I'm probably gonna cut it about now and do all the grass work next time. I think that's gonna be better. A better and more enjoyable viewing experience for you. That's the most important thing. Okay, and the exact same maneuver. Again. Okay, so now I'm thinking maybe the best place to have that sprayer is actually in this barn. I can always find another place for the Massey Ferguson. Here to do some sketchy stuff, dude. Oh man. You gotta have fun, you know, when stuff doesn't go your way, just try and be cool about it, cause raging up doesn't really do any good. So, I'm just thinking and I'm gonna try something. Yeah, I can actually fit it in here. Perfect. Oh man, obnoxiously perfect. Even reverse a bit more. Okay, enough. I don't want to test my luck. So yeah, these barn doors on the other side are a real lifesaver sometimes, I think. They make navigating the shed a lot easier. Okay, so at the beginning of the next episode I'll have my tires changed on this tractor. I can do it right here when I have the tools. I'm gonna have the old tires back, the wider one. I'm gonna put the windrower on and windrow the grassland, and then I need to bring my baler in it. So yeah, fun and games everyone. But for today that's gonna be it. Thank you all for watching. Hope you had fun, and we'll see you next time. Take care and goodbye.